Guys, welcome back to my channel, Glam Fam. You guys already know who it is. It's your girl, Meghan Drexel, back with another one brand makeup tutorial for you guys today. Today we are trying all Wet n Wild 2019 new products. If you guys are interested in how I got this look, what are my hits and what are my misses, make sure that you guys go grab a snack, grab a cup of coffee or something to drink, and let's just get to beating our faces. Shout out to my Glam Fam for all you guys that just started school again. Today is my first day of school, back spring semester, and I feel like I'm kind of sort of dying, but that's not why we're here today. We're doing a full face of Wet n Wild. So God, why do I say it so, like, I just say it so much. I really hate myself right now. So and like are the two words I need to stop saying in 2019. We're starting with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer, the Dewy Primer. And don't ask me what's going on with my hair today because I can't tell you guys. I've never used this primer before, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. Yes. Damn. Okay. I was super juiced to try this because I've been wanting to do a full face of Wet n Wild for some time, but I just felt like I was waiting for all their launches to hit the store because I'm just so impatient when it comes to ordering online. So you order online, then you gotta wait for the package, and then you get it, and then you gotta set up your filming stuff, and then it just like turns into a situation. So I waited to buy it in store because I felt like I got a little bit more of a high off of it shopping. Anyways, that's really sick. Moving on, and I'm going in with their new Photo Focus Cucumber 3-in-1 Primer Water. This is Prep, Set, and Refresh. Oh, okay. I thought we were having another e.l.f. situation. I just love the scent of cucumber. I think it's super refreshing, and that felt really good. It was like a really fine mist, so I don't feel like it spit at me like the e.l.f. Dewy Mist did. Anyways, we're moving into Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Stick Foundation. I picked this foundation up in 3 colors. The first color I got was Golden Honey, and I feel like I should just swatch them right now. This is going to be Golden Honey. The next color I got is Buff Beige. Well, that's a little light. Then I'm going to put the third one right here. You guys, my period was really messed up to me this month. I've never had so much acne on my jaw before, and also I've been consuming alcohol a little bit more regularly, which sounds really awful. That almost makes me sound like an alcoholic. The third color is Classic Beige. I think I like Classic Beige, but I'm going to use Classic Beige all over my face, and this doesn't have any scent to it. I think it picked up the cucumber scent off of my face. But you know what this reminds me of? The texture of it, just like watching the way that it glides onto my skin. This reminds me a lot of the Makeup Forever HD foundation stick. That was my jam. I don't know why I've never repurchased that. I actually really enjoyed that foundation. And yes, I just put half the stick on my face, but you guys know I like cake. I just want to read you guys Wet n Wild's description about their Photo Focus Stick Foundation. Slay all day, play all night in this long-lasting multitasking cover stick. Currently available in 21 widespread shades that are flattering to a wide range of skin tones. The Photo Focus Stick Foundation delivers long-lasting coverage in a breakthrough, lightweight, multi-dimensional formula that applies to a flawless semi-matte finish. Infused with argan and sunflower seed oils for intense moisture and seamless blendability, the Photo Focus Stick Foundation perfects your complexion and boosts your confidence to have you looking and feeling great from sunup to sundown. Consumer tested under 7 lighting conditions for flawless wear and no filter Insta-worthy selfies. Go ahead, choose the Photo Focus Stick Foundation as your new foundation BFF. We promise the Photo Focus Stick Foundation will not disappoint. Well, goddamn, that was a mouthful. Alright, well, let's blend this. I have some questions about their shade range. I'm going to insert the shade range somewhere around here because it seems like, yet again, another drugstore company kind of missed the cue when it came to darker skin tones. And I mean, it's 2019. Can we get it together, people? The fact that the description also says for intense moisture, that just, you know, is right up my alley. But for somebody that is super oily or maybe even normal skin, I'm really interested to see how this would work for them. Because, I mean, intense moisture, what if you guys start looking like a stick of butter throughout the day? That could be like a real issue, you know? Just down. That's looking nice though. Okay, going in with the second layer on the sponge side because I feel like I want to do half my face with a sponge and then the other half with a brush just to kind of see. I totally missed my nose. How the hell did that happen? I don't know when this pimple in the middle of my forehead is going away. It's been there for some time now, and I think it's only fair that she starts paying rent. We're not having it. Dude, that second layer just... Holy shit, you guys. And this retails also, I don't think I told you guys how much it is. It's $5.99, which I think is a phenomenal deal for a stick foundation. Okay, now I'm going in with my Smashbox angled powder brush. I like this for foundation. We're just gonna stipple it in. I like it. I think my preference when it comes to this foundation and the application of it is gonna definitely be a sponge. And the reason I say that is because I like the moisture of the sponge. I feel like it looks actually really beautiful. This foundation so far is really, really, really nice. I like that a lot. Next, let's go in with concealer. I'm using their Photo Focus Concealer / Corrector, and I'm using the shade 841B Light Medium Beige. You guys already know how I feel about concealer. It's been so long since I've used it. I feel like I do really like it. From what I remember, I think I liked it more on top of a concealer to brighten, but let's just check it out. It's been a while. Well, that's actually not bad. I'm definitely going to use this as well for my eyeshadow primer. Drop a comment down below if you guys tried any e.l.f. products and they piss your skin off. If you guys might have suffered a breakout or, you know, just like some texture, some little bumps over the skin, because I am feeling like I have these little bumps all over my skin that I can't get rid of, and it's kind of upsetting. I'm going to go in with a second layer of concealer. Alright, so before I set my under eyes, we're going to contour just a bit, and I'm going to use the dual-ended contour stick. So I'm using the Medium Tan 752A. I'm using my Morphe E8 brush, and I'm just going to start blending in that contour. I will say that their little contour stick, Call Me Maple, that is my go-to, my ride or die contour stick. I still have yet to find anything that beats that. I really love that. I'm not really sure if Wet n Wild has loose powders, but I just went ahead and I used my Press Studio Fix NC20 powder to set under my eyes. Next, I'm going in with Wet n Wild's Photo Focus Press Powder in the shade Golden Tan. And I'm going to use this to set all over my face. This kind of gives me like MAC mineralized skin finish vibes. So let's see where it takes us. It just has like a good amount of coverage to it. And it still looks like my skin, which is nice. I don't have like a really strong powdery residue on my face, which is always nice. Next, I want to go in with the bronzer, and this is called Queen's Land. This is the one with the dragon. I'm almost positive that they just repackaged this and didn't put the dragon in it for the new bronzers. I didn't really feel like I needed to buy a new Wet n Wild bronzer, considering that this one was just an Ulta. I'm using my Morphe 556 to kind of just contour my cheekbones a bit. Such a good bronzer color. I love this bronzer. Probably my next favorite drugstore bronzer, next to Physicians Formula. I'm going to use their Color Icon blush, and this is in the shade Fantastic Plastic Pink, and it comes with this cute little brush. I don't know what I would ever use this tiny itty bitty brush for, because really, like, I really like this blush because it was super different from any other blushes that I remember owning off the top of my head. It does have some glitter in it, but I'm kind of a fan of that. Kind of gave me NARS Orgasm vibes. Damn, that is hella pink. So what I'm gonna do to just kind of like soften the blush, because I wasn't expecting it to be that pigmented, I'm just gonna run my powder brush back over it and just kind of push it in, kind of mute it underneath that face powder. Okay, it says that we could set with this, and I want to save my highlighter to last, so I'm just gonna go ahead and set my face right now. Alright, so you guys may or may not know, but Wet n Wild actually came out with 4 more Color Icon eyeshadow palettes. I want to show you guys all of them kind of quickly. I'll give you guys like my first impressions on them. The first one I want to talk about is my Glam Squad, and if you guys can't already tell, what palette does this remind you of? Yes, Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. That is what this reminds me of, except it's $4.99, and you guys already know I did a Buy This Not That Anastasia versus Wet n Wild. No, actually I didn't. Okay, no, I didn't do a Buy This Not That on Anastasia versus Wet n Wild. I said that Wet n Wild actually makes something very similar to the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. So maybe I will do a Buy This Not That Wet n Wild versus Anastasia. That would be a good one to watch if Soft Glam or My Glam Squad, which is kind of funny because their names are kind of similar, to see who comes out on top. The second palette I wanted to show you guys was the Cosmic Collision palette. I will say that the green eyeshadow in this palette doesn't swatch very well at all, but more than any of the new or old eyeshadow palettes, I feel like this palette in particular is meant to be paired with their Liquid Catsuit Metallic Liquid eyeshadows, just because that teal color and that purpley color right here don't really necessarily show up that well, but I feel like if they were to be packed over one of the Liquid Catsuit eyeshadow, then it would show up pretty well, and same with this guy right here. But nonetheless, I really do like the color of this transition color and that one as well. This color right here, you guys, that white color, it's the most perfect white gold eyeshadow for the inner corner. The next palette I want to show you guys is v.i.purple, and I really like this eyeshadow palette. I think it's so cute. I haven't seen an eyeshadow palette that's purple that I've liked in a really long time, so I'm really excited to play with this in the future. It was between this one or the Stop Playing Safe palette, which also kind of reminds me of the Natasha Denona Tropical palette. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, it was definitely between this one or v.i.purple, and I didn't want to overwhelm you guys and use 2 eyeshadow palettes today. So I think I'm just going to stick with Stop Playing It Safe, because I feel like when I look at this palette, it does challenge me, and I just think like some of these colors are really exciting. Like that color really intrigues me. This whole row is so me. I could use that in the inner tear duct, that in the outer corner. So let's just get into playing with it. I already actually prepped my eyelids with the Photo Focus concealer. I'm just going to jump right in using my Morphe 511 blending brush, and I'm using the number 4 eyeshadow. So the way that these eyeshadows are numbered is this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just going to use the 511 brush and buff this eyeshadow right through my crease for a nice wash of transition color. Next, I'm going to go in with the number 3 eyeshadow, and I'm using just a more condensed crease brush, and I'm going to focus this as well all the way through my crease, but I'm not going to take it up as high. I just want it to add a little bit more depth before I start really going in with other eyeshadow colors. As you guys can tell, that eyeshadow just gave me a little bit more dimension. It's not so flat in my crease anymore, but it's still really light where I can blend a lot of eyeshadows into that. If you guys ever feel like you have created a harsh edge, go back in with your first blending brush and just run that brush with whatever's left on it over that harsh edge, and it should be able to blend out pretty seamlessly for you guys. I think what I'm going to do now is go into that number 1 transition shade. It reminds me of Uninterrupted from MAC, and I'm going to run that through my crease using a Morphe M514 crease brush. I just want to build my crease up. I want to take my time doing this and blending, making sure that the eyeshadow is completely even. I don't want to rush it and pack on 100 million shadows at once and then, you know, have the most difficult time blending. So I'm just picking up a little eyeshadow at a time and applying it to my crease as needed. Also, holding your brush further back on the barrel will definitely help create a softer blend instead of holding something really close and creating a very harsh line or harsh edge. What I did was I just took this little typical sponge that you can find at Walmart or Target, and I actually went ahead and I cut the corners of my eye to just kind of create a barrier for my eyeshadow. What I want to do now is I want to take that second transition shade on that same Morphe M514 brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start this down on my lid right here in the corner, and I'm going to focus it right here on the outside corner of my crease. What I want to do now is clean off that brush, and I'm going to start blending it in, picking up that first transition shade. Take your time blending, don't rush. I'm taking the number 5 shade, which is that reddish shade right there, and I'm gonna layer it right on top of that dark brown color to just add some warmth back in there. I'm switching over to this Pro Blending Fluff Brush. It's a C433 brush from Crown Brushes. I'm just going to tap my brush in that second transition color, or number 10 eyeshadow, and I'm going to actually just start packing it on the outer corner of my eye. I'm going to take the Meghan Liquid Catsuit Cream Eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Camelback. I know for the 50 millionth time I said I'm leaving cut creases in 2018, but I can't. It's like the X I can't let go of. I'm going to just get it on my oval mop brush, and I'm just going to cut out that area of my lid. And while that eyeshadow is still wet, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that light green teal color right here. It's kind of like a seafoam green color, and I'm just going to pack it all over the lid. Now what I'm going to do is take that first transition shade, which is this guy right here, and I'm going to start blending this shade into that seafoam green shade. Now with this Morphe M213 brush, I'm going to go into number 6 shade, which is that yellowy shade, and I'm going to use this as my inner corner highlight. I'm going to use this Morphe M508 brush, and I'm going to dig into this green shade right here. This is what I want to use directly underneath my eye. Next, I'm going to go in with eyeliner for my top lash line. I'm using the Skinny Tip eyeliner pen, and I didn't realize how exactly tiny this was going to be. Ooh, okay. I also did pick up one of their new mascaras. This is their Mega Volume Waterproof Mascara. Typically, I'm not one for waterproof mascara because it just, I don't know, it makes my eyelashes sore. I like the applicator, I won't lie. The applicator looks pretty dope, but you guys know I kind of like a thicker mascara consistency, almost like a little bit more of a thicker, drier consistency. My eyelashes are really long, but they're not thick, so I really need something that will help me build up a thicker lash. So far right now, I don't feel like I like the mascara just because I feel like you can hardly see my eyelashes. I also picked up 2 of their eyebrow pencils. This is their retractable brow pencil, the Ultimate Brow, and then this is their micro brow pencil, Ultimate Brow Pencil. This is in the shade, I think I'm going to go in with the smaller brow pencil first, and I'm just going to brush through my brow hairs to make sure that I don't have any leftover powder or anything. So far I like the brow pencil. I do like my brow pencils a little bit more dry. I feel like my eyebrows get a little oily, so if I have like a very gel-like brow pencil, I feel like my brows tend to kind of get everywhere throughout the day and almost slip off. So far I really like the brow pencil. I'm just gonna finish up my brow really quickly. Okay, so I went ahead and I popped on my lashes and did a little bit of bottom mascara, as well as I added my eyeliner. It's an NYX. It's the eyebrow pencil. I honestly don't even know if they make this anymore, but this is in the shade 911 Emerald City. This is what it looks like. It's just one of their classic green pencils. I'm going in with the lip liner in 7-Eleven Chestnut. This is their 99-cent lip liners. They're enormous, as you guys can tell. I mean, sheesh, that is one big ass lip liner. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna line my lips really, really quickly. I'm gonna go in with their Never Nude lipstick over the chestnut lip liner. They also came out with the Meghan Liquid Catsuit High Shine lipsticks. So when I initially first saw this, I thought it was a liquid lipstick and I was all about it. And then I realized that it was actually like a high shine lip gloss, a highly pigmented high shine lip gloss, which I'm not mad at. So I'm just gonna place a little bit of this in the center of my lip and see what it does. I actually really, really, really like this lip gloss. Lastly, you guys already know we have to go in with their new highlighters. I got mine in the shade Hustle and Glow. I definitely feel like the dewy primer is helping me glow a little bit more from within as well, so I don't feel like I have to use as much highlighter to get that dewy look, even though most of the time when I over apply highlighter it doesn't look like a natural glow like this does. Alright, so this is the full and completed makeup look. I want to talk to you guys about my hits and misses in this video, and I want to start with my misses first. I will definitely say you guys can 125% skip on the Mega Volume Waterproof Mascara. That is just gonna go right there back in the box. It honestly did next to nothing for my eyelashes, so I will be sticking with some other drugstore brand mascaras that I really love. Also, I feel like, I don't know if it was just the micro brow pencil itself or if it was the shade. I feel like the color is kind of like a grayish color. It looks pretty good on camera, but I will say in person, it's just kind of, I don't want to say ashy because ashy isn't the word. It just looks more gray in person, and I'm not really too sure why. Typically, I do go with more of a taupier shade, so I definitely will say I could skip on that pencil. Last, I will say I could skip on their Liquid Catsuit Cream Eyeshadow. I do have other things in my collection that I think could do the exact same thing. It didn't like wow me. I want to also talk about my hits, and I feel like I had a lot of hits in this video. First and foremost, I am in love with their Photo Focus Dewy Primer. I think that this is phenomenal, but I also do think that this is for more of a drier skin type, and possibly for a combo skin type where you may be normal in your T-zone and then dry on the outside parts of your face, or vice versa. I just feel like this gave me a really like lit from within glow, and I am not mad at it whatsoever. Next, I want to talk about their Photo Focus foundation stick. You guys, this is, I will say, this is a dupe for the Makeup Forever HD foundation stick. I love that foundation stick, and I feel like finally the drugstore hit it on the head with a foundation stick. Now, the downfall of this is that unfortunately the color options, their color selection, their color range is not that great. They could have definitely expanded and done something more with the line. I just feel like it's really important for Wet n Wild to take into consideration the dark to deep skin tones and create something for women and boys and men that want to wear this foundation that do have darker skin tones. They made a really great product, but unfortunately, like, the masses can't use it. It's more for like fair to medium skin tone. I felt like when I saw the shade range online that they only maybe had like 5 to 8 dark colors. I just feel like now in 2019 it's unacceptable. You guys need to be more inclusive, and I think that it's really important that we continue to speak to this issue, because it's not fair for women who are darker skin tones, even men and boys that are darker complexions, that are being entirely left out of their, you know, thought process, their creative process. It's just not fair, and I feel like it's really, really important that we keep in mind that as a community, as a makeup community, we need to be all inclusive and advertise to the masses opposed to just a particular demographic. Next, I want to talk about their Cucumber Photo Focus 3-in-1 Primer Water. You guys, I am super here for this. I wish that they made like a super big bottle of this, because I feel like even just through this one makeup application, I almost have used like half the bottle. But nonetheless, I love the scent. I do feel like it really did hydrate me. It made me look very moist, very dewy. So I'm really, really happy with this, and I hope that in the future that they produce a bigger bottle, because I would love to purchase that. Just very quickly, yo, I've heard people talk about their blushes, their Color Icon blushes, and they weren't playing. I am in love with this blush. Typically, I'm not one for like a super pinky blush, but I feel like this is really cute. I really like this blush, so I will keep this close by. You guys already know I love their bronzer. Their bronzer's bomb. I do really, actually really like that Liquid Catsuit High Shine Lipstick. This is in the shade Caught You Bare Naked, and I actually really like it along with the lip liner. The last two products that I want to mention that were huge hits for me, that probably, you know, blew me away more than any of the other products this entire video. You guys already know I'm gonna say it's their eyeshadow palette. Like, damn, Wet n Wild, like you guys really did that. Like, how do you guys make $4.99 eyeshadow palettes that are so fire? It really makes me want to never buy a high-end eyeshadow palette again, because I mean, like, I'm getting the same quality of eyeshadows in a drugstore palette. Like, you can't beat that. And then, of course, you guys know how I feel about the Hustle and Glow loose highlighter from them. I mean, it is so beautiful. It really gave me like a very beautiful, healthy glow to my skin. And now that it's settled into my skin and that I have resprayed myself with it, I feel like it really, really melted into my skin. So this is the first time in a really long time that I've worn a highlighter that doesn't make me super insecure about, you know, the texture that I have up here. In fact, it looks like I have like no texture, which is kind of got me shook right now. All right, Glam Fam, that is a wrap on today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one brand Wet n Wild makeup tutorial. You guys really seem to love my e.l.f. one brand makeup tutorial, so I thought, hey, why not just try all the new Wet n Wild products all at once for you guys. If you guys like this video or like these types of videos, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure that you guys click that subscribe button as well as that bell notification. That way I can slide into your guys' DMs when I got some hot new shit. And as always, Glam Fam, I will catch you all in my next video. Bye, guys.